In a world divided by opinions, there's power in dialogue. Welcome to Mind Clash, where ideas collide, perspectives evolve, and truth emerges. Let's think deeply, debate respectfully, and grow together.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining this debate. Today, we explore the timeless question of leadership and governance. Mr. Machiavelli, let's begin with you. In your seminal work, The Prince, you argue that effective rulers must be willing to abandon traditional morality when necessary. Could you elaborate?
Of course. To govern is not to dream of utopias, but to navigate the treacherous waters of human nature. Men are ungrateful, fickle, and self-serving creatures. If a ruler wishes to maintain power and stability, they cannot afford to cling to lofty ideals like compassion or honesty at all times. For instance, consider Cesare Borgia, a man I admire greatly. He was ruthless, yes, but his actions secured order in chaotic lands. Sometimes cruelty is necessary to prevent greater chaos. Would you rather have a kind ruler whose kingdom falls into ruin, or a feared ruler who ensures peace and prosperity? As I've said before, it is better to be feared than loved if one cannot be both.
Mr. Machiavelli, forgive me, but your philosophy strikes me as dangerously utilitarian. You speak of maintaining order through fear and manipulation, yet such methods undermine the very foundation of moral society. True leadership does not lie in exploiting human frailties, but in upholding universal principles of justice and duty. A ruler's authority derives not from their ability to instill terror, but from their adherence to what I call the categorical imperative. Act only according to maxims that can be universally applied. A leader must ask themselves, would I want all leaders to behave this way? If the answer is no, then their actions are immoral. Fear may bring short-term compliance, but respect for law and ethics fosters lasting trust and cooperation.
Ah, Professor Kant, how noble of you to speak of universals and imperatives. But tell me, has your lofty idealism ever faced the realities of war, betrayal, or rebellion? Let us imagine a scenario. A neighboring state threatens invasion. Do you suggest the ruler sit idly by, adhering to some abstract principle of non-aggression while their people suffer? No. A wise leader would strike preemptively, even deceitfully, to protect their realm. History teaches us that fortune favors the bold, not the virtuous. Your categorical imperative sounds lovely in theory, but in practice, it leaves rulers paralyzed by indecision. Morality is a luxury few can afford when survival is at stake.
Survival, Mr. Machiavelli, cannot justify morality. If every ruler acted out of expediency, the world would descend into perpetual conflict and tyranny. Preemptive strikes, deception, and cruelty set dangerous precedents. They erode the social contract, the mutual agreement among individuals to live under shared laws, and replace it with brute force. Moreover, your reliance on fear ignores human dignity. People deserve leaders who see them as ends in themselves, not mere means to an end. When a ruler acts justly, they inspire loyalty not through coercion but through shared values. Such bonds are far stronger than those forged by fear.
Shared values? Loyalty? These are luxuries reserved for philosophers and poets, not pragmatic statesmen. Tell me, Professor, how do you propose a ruler deal with factions within their own court? Shall they invite open dialogue and compromise, as you might suggest? Their enemies will exploit such weakness. A ruler must act decisively, even ruthlessly, to eliminate threats before they grow. And let us not forget, the masses crave strong leadership. They may grumble about taxes or restrictions, but deep down, they yearn for order. Give them too much freedom and they become unruly. Govern them firmly and they will respect you, even love you for it.
Respect born of fear is no respect at all. It is submission. And submission breeds resentment, which ultimately undermines stability. A truly enlightened ruler understands that their legitimacy stems from serving the common good, not their own ambition. Freedom, contrary to your claim, is not a threat to order, but its foundation. When citizens participate in governance, when their rights are protected, and when laws are applied fairly, they develop a vested interest in maintaining societal harmony. This is the essence of autonomy, treating individuals as rational agents capable of self-governance.
Autonomy? Rational agents? My dear Professor, you paint a charming picture, but it bears little resemblance to reality. Humans are driven by passions, fears, and desires, not reason. Even the most educated among them fall prey to greed and envy. Freedom unchecked leads to anarchy, not enlightenment. Consider Rome. Its greatness was built not on soft-hearted ideals, but on iron discipline and strategic ruthlessness. Leaders must wield power decisively, shaping the will of the people rather than pandering to it. Only then can they achieve greatness.
Perhaps we differ most fundamentally in our view of humanity. You see people as tools to be managed. I see them as ends worthy of dignity and respect. Yes, humans are flawed, but they are also capable of growth and moral progress. A leader's task is not to dominate but to guide, to create conditions where virtue can flourish. Greatness, Mr. Machiavelli, should not be measured by conquest or control, but by the legacy of justice and wisdom left behind. History remembers tyrants not for their cunning, but for their cruelty. Is that truly the mark of greatness you wish to leave?
Gentlemen, thank you for this spirited exchange. It seems we have reached an impasse. Pragmatism versus principle, realism versus idealism. While Mr. Machiavelli champions the art of wielding power effectively, Professor Kant advocates for governance rooted in ethical duty. Both perspectives offer valuable insights, though perhaps neither fully captures the complexities of leadership. What say you, audience? Should leaders prioritize results at any cost or uphold moral integrity above all else? The debate continues.
Thanks for joining the Clash of Minds. Don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and join us next time for more philosophy and debate.